Welcome to the Denim and Pearls podcast. Business casual conversation laced with pearls of wisdom. Casual, authentic, unscripted dialogue about life, work, and entrepreneurship with the perfect blend of laughter and seriousness. Pull up a chair, kick back, and lean in as we welcome your hosts, Michelle Mross and Brian Swanson.
Well, hello there. How are you?
I'm okay. My name is Dr. Michelle Mross.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We're Denim and Pearls. We're business casual.
And I'm excited.
Why?
Because you're back.
Oh.
You're in the same room as me this time. So welcome back to Denim and Pearls for, the amount of time we have together. So that's what our topic is all. We should have called this Welcome Back, like Welcome Back Cotter.
Oh.
But we're doing emotion, so I'm going to take it. I'm just so happy to see that you're here.
Oh, good grief.
Hearts. So anyhow, welcome to Denim and Pearls. Don't forget to like and share because it's going to be a fun little episode.
I hope so, unless I get all serious on you.
Don't get serious.
Why be so serious?
Yes.
Why so serious? What's that? It's, the Joker. Why so serious?
Yeah, okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's one of those things.
Anyways. I wanted to do our show today on stress and emotion. And what got me in that is I was listening to the Bee Gees. It's just emotion that's taking me out.
Well, my first question, why was you listening to the Bee Gees?
I like the Bee Gees, just like I like ABBA. Tied up in sorrow, lost in my soul.
Let's see. Anybody out there yet?
Not
Nobody's
yet, no.
out there yet.
We're late because we were having technical difficulties.
We weren't that far late.
Yeah, with technical difficulties.
We've been later than this before.
We have. So, emotion. They are on the rise. The holidays are coming. I've been hearing people say, oh my gosh, I've got family coming, or my family's here already. My gosh, I've got to deal with this for another week or two. And it's really funny to hear to me because we talk about this every season about emotion and that one uncle or that one aunt that drives everybody crazy. And,
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving dinner with Uncle Joe? We haven't got the Christmas yet. So
yeah. So reflect on Thanksgiving and then use the learning lesson into the Christmas
were emotions
holiday.
a little stressful this year? That's the question.
Well, you would think because with all the economy and everything that's happening around that, there would be higher emotions. I mean, my thought with this was, you learned from this last time, you learned from the time before, you know how they act, you know who they are.
So you don't invite them.
Well, you don't invite them, but if you have to, who wrote that book, Let Them?
Let them?
It's a book called Let Them. It's a theory. I can see her. She's got glasses. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just...
Betty Crocker?
No. Oh. Mel Robbins?
Mel Robinson?
Anyways,
anyhow,
it's called Let
If you
Them.
know the answer, put it down in the
Let
comments.
Them. And what got into my mind about the holidays and hearing someone talk about how stressed they are preparing for the stress that they're going to have at the holidays, I was giggling because I thought, how often do we just let other people's emotions dictate ours?
Every day.
Every day. And to be the best version of you, if you recognize it, you know it's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you prepare yourself mentally before it happens? Ta-da, show's over. That's it.
That's all there was? That's
all I'm thinking about. Well, because if you know it's going to happen, instead of saying, oh, Uncle Joe's going to do this, he's going to make me crazy, what you're doing is you're putting it into the universe and making sure it happens.
Right.
So do the opposite. Uncle Joe's just going to be Uncle Joe. And, we're going to giggle that he does what he does and we'll be cordial. And then I'll avoid him. I mean,
we'll send him home. Yeah. Keep him out of the kitchen.
Well, my thought is, we always talk throughout the year. I mean, everyone talks about it all over the place. It's a popular topic about manifestation and bringing things to happen.
I brought it up today in our meeting.
Yeah, the meeting.
Because somebody said something about can't use the word networking, but somebody else said, well, you use the word not networking.
But the universe doesn't.
But the universe doesn't recognize the word not.
Doesn't recognize negatives.
Yes. So if you're going to say that you're not going to have a wonderful vacation, is still going to be wonderful because it doesn't recognize the word
Not. So your Uncle Joe or Aunt Jolene, whatever, is coming,
Jolene,
and you know that's
Jolene.
going to be making you crazy. I want you to mentally put it in that manifestation. Now, my manifestation thoughts, I don't say put things on boards and pictures and things like that. I want you to internalize it. That relative who annoys you is going to be who they are, who they've always been, and who you've expected them to be. So you're going to love them in the state they are and let them be.
Well, maybe we should talk into the universe. They are the most wonderful person on the planet. They're the sweetest, the kindest, and they never have an opinion.
No, that's
And then when they show up,
that's
they'll be
delusional.
totally. Then they'll show up and they'll be totally different.
That's delusional. No, you got to accept the fact that they are who they are, and that's who they are. And instead of trying to change them, remember that quote I love to say? What's the quote I love to say? There's 3 types of business in this world.
4.
My business, the other person's business, God's business, and in his case,
Nobody's business.
And so my thought is, when you're trying to control someone else's behavior that you already know is going to irritate you, instead of trying to control their behavior, which you know they will not, control yours. Now I make it.
You say that with so much joy.
I make it sound so easy, but it's not. I mean, really, you've got to learn to take that deep breaths, because I happened to go through some hell for the past couple of months, and I had to catch myself because that was that amygdala in your brain, that fight or flight. When something bad happens, your first reaction is, I want to punch him in the throat. I want to rip him apart. And you have to do, no, I'm going to breathe. And breathe out. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
They call that something on Aptitude Warrior.
I'm like, Lamaze.
No, not Lamaze.
But basically, you have
three breaths in, 3 breaths out. What's that called?
3 breaths in, 3 breaths out, and take them deep in, deep out. And what you're doing is you shift your mind, and you have to give it a word. So like when you want to get really angry at this person or whomever that is, you have to do, okay, where am I feeling this? Okay, I'm feeling it in my gut. I want to throw up. Oh, so I'm upset because of this is happening. And you take those 3 breaths, give it a word like frustrated. Give it a word. And what happens is it moves to your frontal lobe, and your frontal lobe does, I can handle frustration. This other thing was a train wreck. It was a car wreck, and I didn't know how to handle it. You're fighting it. Well, when you give it a word, you move it from the emotional part of your brain. I think it's the amygdala. And you move it from the emotional part of your brain to your logical part of your brain. And your logical part of your brain can do, okay, we don't need to start punching people.
Compartmentalizing.
Actually, it's shifting. It's not a compartment, because you're moving the emotion of anger and blah, blah, blah to a emotion that's, you know how to deal with, one that you have a solution for. And that way, instead of letting your emotions run rampant, because I'm guilty. I had a point a couple of months or so ago where I got so angry, and I was so tired that I allowed myself to be in that anger, and it just started escalating and getting bigger and bigger. And I started pulling things in that didn't even make any sense to me. And I had to stop myself, and I started breathing that 3 breaths from the Aptitude Warrior thing. And I was breathing 3 breaths, and I went, wait a minute. I am turning this roller coaster crazy into a tornado. And then by the time I was realizing I had made it into a tornado, it was hurricane level. I think that was about when I called Brian and went, okay, I need to say something out loud. And you got to get that out of you before the event happens.
Get it off your chest.
Get it off your chest. And maybe make bonds with someone in your family that you can commiserate together before it happens, and make a deal. When I come to you and I'm bitching, don't escalate me up. Don't join the fire. Don't start throwing embers in, pieces of paper.
That's the fun part.
Help me de-escalate. And so find an emotion partner where you can promise each other that you'll not feed the fire, that you'll help smolder it out, so that you can have a lovely holiday.
Well, I got to add in there,
but
No, it's not a yeah, but
Oh.
it's the exact same thing. I just say it a little bit differently because remember, I always like to talk about my uncle who gave me the words of advice. Is it going to matter in a minute? Is it going to matter in an hour? And is it going to matter next week? Or is it going to matter in a month? If none of those are true, except for the minute and the hour, who needs it?
Let
Who
it
cares?
go.
Let it
go.
Oh gosh, you had to go Disney on me.
I did. And what was the other thing I was thinking when you were saying that was, is it going to matter? And then it goes back to what we always come back to in pretty much every show. It's perspective.
Mhm.
Shift your perspective. And it just launched. It's called Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. Change your mind, change your attitude about whatever that is, and make it a joke if you have to. Oh, Uncle Joe, he's going to do his fart jokes.
He's going to do it again.
I'm just going to have to deal with it. And I'm going to laugh and walk into the other room. And just know you have an escape plan for when it gets too much for you. Because if you allow one person's attitude to shift your attitude,
right?
Who's the stronger of the two?
Well, let me ask.
Seriously, who's the stronger of the two? If you allow the annoying person to take over your emotions.
Oh, that's always the truth.
Yeah. So don't let them be the stronger person.
I agree. But I have a question for you because we talk a lot about personality types.
Yes.
So bank code, you choose whatever your favorite is. Okay. I choose the star system. You choose bank code. It's all great and everything. But how do you take somebody in, let's say they have an N or a nurturing attitude, who in my eyes prototypically becomes a very emotional individual. How do you take an emotional individual or what do you suggest to an emotional individual to just forget about it and move on? I mean, saying that to a blueprint person in bank code or saying that to an action oriented person is one thing, but saying it to a nurturing,
you wouldn't say it to any of them.
Please expound.
Well, the thing is that's why we're talking to all of you. Because if you are a very nurturing personality and you get very emotional, if anyone came up to you and said, calm down, it'll be okay.
You watch out.
You would just get more emotional. So why we're talking to everyone right now is you recognize yourself. It is your job to control your emotions. It doesn't matter what part of emotional state you're in, if you're an action person, a blueprint, whatever, nurturing or whatever, knowledge person, whatever that bank code, disc code you are, no one can control you but you. And so when you know something's happening and you want to help out, if you want to help out when someone emotional is getting emotional, shut up. Because if you say anything to them, you're going to escalate it. So the only thing you can say to someone who's emotional is, I understand. I wish I don't understand to your level, but I empathize with the fact that you are having a lot of trouble with that. And let it go. Because if you try to give anything else and be mansplaining anything, you will have a punched throat with it would be bad. And that's how emotions get out of whack in family situations, because some older sibling or someone from the outside is going to say, it's okay, you're just being over emotional, and all that does is make it worse.
So I'm just thinking of the old thing, take a chill pill.
Yeah, it doesn't work for people.
Here's an M&M.
You have to choose your chill pill. Or in my case, if you see me getting emotional, Michelle, would you like some ice cream? Sure.
I have to remember that one. Michelle, you want to stop and get a Dairy Queen or a banana split?
Yes, ice cream is my de-escalator. And you have your own, whatever it is that makes you happy, go to your happy place.
You're going to make me carry around a cooler now? A freezer in the car.
I'm pretty sure there's always a Dairy Queen somewhere.
All I'm picturing is one of those little ice cream cups, with the wood spoon.
Yeah, that's all I need. And I don't need a lot.
That's not even ice cream.
But taking those 3 deep breaths, a deep breath in, push that out, all of that air out, and then pull it back in again and push it back out. Do it 3 times. Sit somewhere quiet and do it. And then realize you need to reframe whatever's going through your mind into something you can grasp, something that you can control, and then you can control that emotion a little bit better. It's It takes practice, which is why we're telling you now at the beginning of December, because you'll need to practice throughout the days before it actually happens so you can do it better.
Takes practice, emotional practice.
Emotional practice.
What's that stuff, the pill for highly emotional folks? What do they call that?
Valium?
Well, that's one of them. That's not what I was thinking of, but that'll work. Substitute Valium for singing a song and taking 3 deep breaths. Yeah.
Yeah, take deep breaths. Get a song in your head that does, it doesn't matter. They're going nuts. I'm not losing my temper. I'm good. It's all fine. It's their perspective versus yours. Choose the higher road and learn to control your emotions. But I need to be heard, damn it. Yeah, you do. But
Well,
maybe not in that moment.
We're speaking of Uncle Joe. Do we just let Uncle Joe just ramble and maybe he'll get tired and wore it out?
Well, actually, we've both done it to a couple of people we know where we do. You know what? It was funny for the first 55,000 times, and it's not funny anymore.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you don't need to speculate. So that's it. You just,
what was that word you just used?
So you don't have to speculate.
Extrapolate? Extrapolate? Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. What did you say?
I was trying to stop you from saying a word. But anyways, depending on the person that you're having a problem with, you can go up to them and say, you know, that joke is getting old. Or, you know, the way you keep using that word, I don't think you understand what that word means. Well, inconceivable. Yeah, I don't think you know what that means. It means this. And that's not what's happening. You know, you could be the rational person. Thing is depends on the personality. It may start a fight. And me, I'm a Libra. I don't like fighting. So I will avoid it at all costs.
That has been coming up a lot lately.
What?
Different, what do they call
Zodiac
those?
signs?
Yeah, different zodiac signs. A lot of people have been talking about, is there something going on in the world that is leading us towards the zodiac signs?
Yeah, there's some big astral event happening that hasn't happened for a couple thousand years.
Because you said it like twice or 3 times today. Over the last 2 weeks, I've heard numerous people talk about what their sign is or what somebody else's
there's
sign is.
I can't remember what it is, but it's messing with the emotions of pretty much everybody, but it's an astral thing happening in our cosmos. And that supermoon last night was one of them.
Well, the only thing I know about Sagittarius, which is what I am, the only thing I recognize about Sagittarius is that we're cute, loving, and smart.
They say that about all the signs.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
now you just blew my...
All signs. We're all good looking our own way. We're all whatever.
Well, they all say that in a way.
You know, have you ever done that where you read a horoscope and it fit and then you found out you read the wrong one?
Yeah.
But of course,
I'm actually surprised I haven't seen any posts. I mean, as many people as I have recognized saying it recently, I'm wondering why I'm not seeing a lot of Facebook posts saying, I'm a Sagittarius. And if you want to know what you are, click here.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Now I'm going to see them because my phone probably heard me.
Yeah, they did. It did. No, but there's something going on it's messing with people's emotions. It's happening at the end of this year. So right now it's happening. And so I think that's what's going on in my mind. And people are already warning that there's a huge shift. And either you're going to walk away and not care, or you're going to hit the turmoil. So that's why I wanted to talk about emotion, because everyone's feeling something happening. Either you feel like you're not moving at all, but something's changing and it's okay. And it's something to do with our astrals, blah, blah, blah. I don't understand any of that. I just know.
All right. So who's our astrophysicist who can give us the answers?
It's not an astrophysicist. Silly man. Anyways, learn how to control your emotions. You can't control whomever it is that's going to annoy you, and you already know they are. So learn to control your own. Take those 3 breaths, step away, go somewhere quiet, regain control of your emotional state. Give it a name where you feel it in your body and say, okay, indigestion, I get you. Let's go get some Tums or something, whatever. Sometimes you get emotional. You can feel it in certain places. You feel it in your heart. You feel it in your stomach. You get a pain in your neck, you get a muscle that twitches, or in your case, an eye that twitches. I mean,
I got to
stress-
be severely stressed
yeah,
for that
stress
to
does
happen.
different things. And it's been a rough year. I mean, a lot of people are worried about the state of the entire world. By the way, don't do that, because the world is big and there's a lot of problems. And if you focus on all of them, you are going to be one miserable human.
Just turn
So-
off the news.
So I want you to select one problem to deal with, and then worry about your own issues, because by being being a better person in your own sphere and being a good person to the people in your world will domino effect one good deed.
I just thought of a way to practice for Uncle Joe,
What?
like you were talking about.
Mhm.
If you watch one newscast, flip over to the opposite view
And just try to not
and
freak
try
out.
not to freak out.
That's good. That's a lot of practice. That's a lot.
That's daily practice. Or,
That's a lot. I mean, you might want to watch for 5 minutes, because that's going to stress you out.
well, you could wean yourself into it. Watch the opposite for 5 minutes, and if you don't freak out, keep going. If you do freak out, flip the channel back to your own. A couple hours later, come back and flip.
That's
to the
a
other
really
side
good way to get indigestion. So be careful with that one. That's a jump in the deep end of the pool without knowing how to swim. So be prepared for that one. That's a dangerous way of practicing.
Well, how else are you going to? I mean, because that's usually what we talk about when we have Uncle Joe that has a problem. And no offense to any Uncle Joes out there.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
sorry if you are an Uncle Joe.
Just it's a name.
No
I chose.
affiliation.
It was a name I pulled out of the air. But usually, I mean, what we talk about these days is how divided the country is and the opinions that are divided. So if you're on one side, go to the other side and practice your breathing.
Yeah, and also remember, just if things happen, things blow up, be the bigger person. Say I'm sorry. And my thought with that is, say you're sorry doesn't mean you're saying you were wrong.
Right.
Okay.
I think sometimes it's just a matter of,
Keep the peace.
zipping the lip, as they say.
Yeah.
Zipping the lip and listening. If mom always said you got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
There's a reason for that.
There's a reason.
So listen and take in and see their side, and all if you start talking your side and it's polar opposite, you're just going to start a fire. So
But you may learn something too.
just listen and see their perspective. They may not want to hear your perspective on the topic, but it's okay. Everyone has their own. You know who you are, and now you know who they are.
They're like noses. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
And that's
Sounds
putting it nicely.
Yeah.
Opinions are like noses. Everybody's got one.
So start practicing how to deal with difficult people, because you already know it's coming. It's already happened. So practice.
Or maybe send them flowers beforehand.
No, it doesn't matter.
Why? Then they would be
Or give them
would be excited to come to the house.
or
then.
give them the first slice of pie.
The first slice of pie, the first slice of turkey.
Yeah. Treat them differently than you normally do, and maybe the energy shift will help.
Well, I'm wondering if that would actually work. I mean, I'm sure it won't on everybody, but it would be interesting because, they always say that if you see somebody who might be projecting, like a salesperson or something, or a waitress or waiter or whatever, that's in a bad mood, and you tell them to have a nice day and smile, sometimes it pulls people out of it.
Well, I
So
told
to
you.
treat Uncle Joe nicely, you never know what could
I
happen.
told you I travel with Dr. Smiley. He has
Mhm.
those Keep Smiling cards.
Well, that's what I was referring
Yeah,
to.
he will go to like the most grumpy person in the whole wide world and say, "Excuse me, I have something for you." They do what? And he'll put his hand out like he's going to shake it, and he has his Keep Smiling card in his hand. He'll shake their hand, and they look at the card, and they do, "Oh man!" I mean, they go from instantly angry to a huge smile. Thank you for giving me a smile. I needed that today.
Mhm.
So maybe give your Uncle Joe, your Auntie Jolene, something that they're not used to getting from all of you, or from you in particular.
Mhm.
Kindness goes a long way. Or it might be the chip in on the marble block. It's just one little chip
Might.
to break through that shell of "I don't care."
All right. So to sum it all up, In other words, I'm looking for a video short here to sum it all up.
When you find yourself incredibly stressed and your amygdala is saying, run, fight, punch, whatever you want to do, don't take this anymore. I want you to step away from the situation, find a quiet place, take 3 deep breaths. So one, then in your nose, out your mouth, 3 times. Give a name to that emotion where it is, and then let your frontal lobe reason it out and say, you know what? It's not worth it. I'll be me and they'll be them. That's it. Okay.
That was the pause for the break, yeah. So I know where to cut the video.
Brian's using me for sound bites.
Well, if you've noticed, if you're a fan and you follow us, you'll notice that a lot of shorts have been going up on our page. The reason for that is because it's driving a little bit more traffic and we need a little bit more help. We have found out, though, that on our Facebook page, we're at over 800 and some odd followers. It's actually more than that. It's over 1,000. That's actually pretty good, considering we've never went out there and tried to majorly promote or do anything like that.
And we don't have guests.
We don't have guests to help, spread the word or anything like that.
So spread the word.
So help us spread the word, because it's, what do they call it? Organically.
Yeah, organic.
We've grown organically pretty well. We just need to keep going.
And we've helped you today. If we've helped you at all in any way, shape, or form, or if you think what we've said today will help someone you know, love, and care about, share it with them.
Okay, so let's do this.
What?
Let's do a clip for Uncle Joe. What would you tell Uncle Joe?
Thing is Uncle Joe doesn't know Uncle Joe is Uncle Joe.
But you never know. There's people out there who will scroll through and maybe find the short. What is your word of advice to Uncle Joe?
What I'm saying is the Uncle Joes out there don't know they're the Uncle Joes.
They might if you give them the words. Because you're the one who's got all the best advice. I just kind of, sit here.
If you're the one in the family that you know you're irritating people and you find thrill in it, for this one season, I beg you, don't. See if you can switch your clock a little bit, switch the way you approach things, and instead of standing there with your hands crossed and expecting people to do things the way you want them to, flex the other way. Let things go. Not everyone's as perfect as you are. And let it be. And let's see if you both can meet, if the families and you can meet at a happier ground, and maybe make your relationship stronger, because they did invite you.
And the other part of that I've always been told, if you don't know who the annoying one in the family is,
it's you.
It's probably you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so what do we got coming up? Because I know we're making some changes. We're making some changes come the first of the year. Let's give it a little bit of a snippet of what we're going to be doing.
We are both part of a private club called the ACA, and it's all over the world, but we're part of the Colorado Springs group. We are going to start doing our broadcast of our Denim and Pearls podcast from the ACA building, and we will start doing more interviews with local business owners.
So that means all the flowers are going away.
Yes. We'll bring the porch
I
sign.
like the porch, though.
We'll bring the porch sign.
Because for those of you who maybe it started following us, many soons ago. Well, many videos ago, but not all the way back to the beginning when we first came down here. This wall is actually painted by my daughter. This was her room at one point, and she was an artist, or thought she was an artist anyway. She's done a good job. And she's got these big, what are those anyway? They're not palm trees.
No, they're tropical plants.
There's some kind of a tropical plant, but that's what's behind us. Yeah, this is like a small version of what's up there.
That's exactly what it is, actually. But anyways.
So yeah, we may see, well, come the first of the year, we're going to be changing our format up just a little bit.
But
so
you've
hopefully
got us for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah. So for the business owners out there, if you want to learn a little bit from a new business owner that may be on our show one day, not just us, join us.
Yeah.
Like and share.
Like and share. And if you ever want to be a guest,
be a guest.
Come check out the ACA. It's on Garden of the Gods. You can write us if you can't find it. And
actually, there's ACAs all over.
All over. So you just look up ACA.
There's like 12 of them alone in Kansas City.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you want to go to the Overland Park one to start with because that's the main headquarters.
Yeah, that's where the big one. And if you want to, I mean, come visit an ACA. They always have open houses and things like that. But we
Yep.
are interviewing ACA members first. And so
Yes.
we'll be doing that for quite a while because there's a lot of them. And then,
It is a private business club.
yes,
We must always stress that.
yes, private business club, not a networking group.
Shh. Not supposed to say that word.
Not. Anyways, my name is Dr. Michelle Morales.
And I'm Brian Swanson
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual
with Pearls of Wisdom.
from the porch. So like and share. And remember, emotions are going to start running high. Take control of them now before they get awry.
So smile and shake their hand when they walk in the door.
And give them the first slice of pie. Take care.
We'll see you all next week,
Peace,
hopefully.
everybody.